everyone, welcome to Tathastu and welcome to our daily current affairs MCQs, which is being presented by me. My name is Khushboo. Let's get started with today's class. But before that, a little bit of information, and the information is related to the courses of Tathastu. So these are the courses for which you can definitely register and enroll. So which are those? MSLV, NCERT and philosophy. And apart from that, PSLV, it is going to be launched very soon, wherein we are actually targeting prelims. This particular course is going to be prelims focused. I mean to say this thing. Now, from where you will be getting the complete details related to all these? So that is from the website, that is the Tathastu-ICS.com, or if you want to talk to us, so definitely you can call on these numbers in order to resolve any kind of problem or the any question related to the courses. You can definitely call on these numbers, or you can definitely visit our office also. So this is the address of our office. Before proceeding ahead, I would like to do one correction in the yesterday's question that was related to UNDP. So in the statement, it was supposed to be UNDP. Okay, so that E actually created confusion. So thank you for bearing with us. Sometimes human error, though we try our best so that we don't make any kind of wrong question or anything like that, but pardon for that. Now let's get started with the very first question of the day, and that is related to Narmada River. So consider the following statements regarding Narmada River. The very first statement says, the largest river in peninsular India that flows in a westerly direction. The largest river, it is actually pointing out toward to the Narmada River. Okay. Now the second question, second statement. Second statement says it traverses 5 Indian states during its course. So you are supposed to find out which of these statements are correct. Okay, so correct one. So the first one is obviously correct, that it is the largest one. The point to be noted over here is that you were supposed to find you was actually supposed to see this thing, westerly direction, the river, peninsular river, but which is actually flowing in the west direction. Okay, so Narmada River flows towards the west, and among those rivers, this is the largest one. Now, when it comes to the second statement, it traverses 5 Indian states. No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't cross 5 states. Okay, so it starts from Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so it starts from Madhya Pradesh, then Maharashtra, and finally Gujarat, and get into the Gulf of Khambat. Okay, so it actually put its water there. The mouth of this river is there. Okay, so here the only first statement was correct, the second one was wrong. It begins at an elevation of approximately 1057 meters, and this is the largest west flowing peninsular river which originates from Narmada Kund, and hence the name is the Narmada River. This Narmada Kund is situated in the Maikal range within the Anuppur district of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, as I told you, it originates from the Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so which range? Maikal range, and there is Narmada Kund, and from there it actually originates. Okay, and finally it goes into the Gulf of Cambay or Khambat, which is there in the Arabian Sea. Why it was a news? It was a news because heavy rain batters Gujarat. Narmada Dam water discharge causes flooding, and these many shifted to the safety region, safety areas. Now let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements. This question is related to rubber tree. In our previous DNAs, we had actually covered this rubber tree in very detailed manner. I hope that you people had watched that. Now let's read the question. The very first statement says, rubber trees thrive in damp and humid environments characterized by substantial rainfall exceeding 200 centimeters. So it is talking about the rainfall. Now the second statement is, the traditional regions for cultivating rubber in India are the coastal areas of Karnataka, Goa and Maharashtra. Third is, India holds the title of being the world's leading producer of rubber. So you are supposed to find out that how many of these statements are correct. So if you had watched the previous DNA, then you would have been able to answer this question. Yes, it actually wants waterfall, the rainfall should be, okay, rainfall should be exceeding this much. Now when it comes to the region, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, no, that is wrong. Kerala, Tamil Nadu is there. Now when it comes to the India holds the title of being the world's leading producer of rubber, then that is also wrong because it is not the correct one. Okay, so here India is actually the third largest. Okay, India is actually the third largest producer when it comes to rubber. So it was recently in news because the rubber board is actually thinking, and they are trying to implement, they are trying to expand the area for the rubber tree over there in the northeast region, because the waterfall over there, I mean the rainfall over there is really very good, okay, which is the basic requirement of this thing. Okay, now the traditional locations are mainly Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Non-traditional areas are the Karnataka, Goa, Konkan region in Maharashtra, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and northeastern states, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands among the various locations. In the question, it was saying the mainly region, so that is why that was wrong, because that is not the traditional, or you can say the main regions wherein the rubber tree is actually being planted. The plantation is not being held over there. Here when it comes to the natural producer, India is at the third largest position. Okay, the fourth largest consumer of the rubber, okay, natural rubber, and the fifth largest consumer of the combination of natural and synthetic rubber. So we are really very good at consuming as well as that of the producing also. Here you can see the same thing. I had used it over there in my DNA. If you could recall, I will be sharing it, the PDF, where on the current affairs channel of Tathastu. Okay, well, the Telegram. I was actually about to say Tamil Nadu. It's the Telegram channel. Okay, now consider the following statements. Right now, this is of the previous question. Okay, 2020. The very first statement says 36% of India's districts are classified as overexploited or critical by the Central Groundwater Authority. Groundwater Authority. Second is Central Groundwater Authority was formed under Environment Protection Act. Third statement says India has the largest area under groundwater irrigation in the world. Which of these are correct? Okay, you are supposed to select the correct option. Now whenever they actually ask you this thing, these kind of question, you are supposed to cross check that, and cross check that even more than once, twice. Why? Because those are the numbers which can actually play a really very important role in order to get your answer correct or not. So that is quite factual, and you need to know that in order to answer this question. Okay, so here the answer is 2 and 3, because the first statement is wrong, because that is not 36%, but it is 14%. Okay, the 14% of India's, approximately 14% of India's 7,089 groundwater assessment units spread across the different states have been classified as overexploited. We are extracting lots of water from the ground, and when an additional 4% are categorized as the critical one. Critical. The water, many times you must have heard, as you people are preparing for UPSC, so all of you must have heard about this thing, that NASA has actually released the photographs that how the level of the groundwater, especially in the northern parts of India, is depleting really very fast. And in one of the starting DNAs, when I had started working over here on Tathastu, I had explained in the DNA itself, you can understand that how important is news analysis, how important is the editorials. Today there was no edition of the Hindu, but still the Indian Express is there. Okay, so what I was saying, yes, the groundwater, if the level of the groundwater kept on decreasing with this kind of speed as we are doing, it will definitely increase. It is not going to remain same. So what will happen? The axis of the earth is going to shift. Okay, so that will actually create a lot of problem. There will be changes in the seasons. at certain places and all, and that will also depend that how much of tilt is going to happen because of that. Okay, though it will take a lot of, a lot many years to in order to happen that, but still what you are actually going to hand over to your future generation, this destructed, destroyed earth, what are you planning to do? So here the approximately 14% have been considered as the overexploited. If you will be adding 4 more percent, then the critical is there. Why? Jal Jeevan Mission remains a pipe dream. I had covered this Jal Jeevan Mission. So this is the reason why this question has been included from the previous year. Now the next question, this question is related to UPAG portal. The very first statement says the portal is tasked with the duty of encouraging the export of designated agricultural products. Second says it has been developed by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. You are supposed to find out that which one of these are incorrect. So here the answer is that both of them are actually incorrect, because the ministry is also wrong over here. Which ministry is involved here? So the ministry is the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This is the one which is involved in this. Now what is this UPAG? UPAG is the Unified Platform for Agri Statistics. ठीक है, Agri Statistics. UPAG, agriculture, ठीक है, agriculture unified platform for agri statistics, that is the UPAG, and this is an initiative of the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Now when this when we talk about this particular portal, it is conceived as a public good offering users benefits like reduced search efforts and obstacles, along with the access to credible, detailed and unbiased data. This was in news, so that is why, because recently it has been launched. So definitely you can include wherever you want in your answers. You are supposed to write down information related to this. Okay. Now the functionality and integration. What is the core function of this? So the core function is to generate crop estimates, that how much of crop is going to be harvested, right? Next is that it is designated to seamless integrate with other systems responsible for producing agricultural statistics, including data on prices, trade, procurement and stock. Okay, this is related to this UPAG itself. What is the primary objective? Primary objective is to provide real-time, standardized and authenticated data on the agricultural commodities. Crop estimates, the agricultural commodities. This will facilitate the data driven, when you are having data, so you can take the required steps, whatever is important for you. According to that, you can actually make the decisions. Decision making would be quite easy when you are having data. Next is it will be benefiting the policy makers also, that where we are supposed to concentrate more, where we are supposed to put our effort more, where we are lacking. All those kind of things can happen. Researchers can obviously take important data and they can do whatever they can, whatever they think is important to do. Stakeholders will also be involved in this thing. So all of them will be taking whatever data is important for them, and accordingly they will implement things. Researchers is like that, if there are some kind of seeds which there are some kind of crops which is actually the production is not good, so definitely they might try to, in order to come up with some kind of high yield seeds or whatever is important or required in order to push the harvest, or in order to increase the crop estimate, or you can not the crop estimate but increase the harvest of that particular crop. So that is what can be done. Now the last question of the day is related to antitrust laws. With reference to antitrust laws, consider the following statements. The very first one is, regulations known as antitrust laws promote competition by curbing the market dominance of companies and corporations. Second is, in India, the jurisdiction over antitrust regulations is vested in the Competition Commission of India, that is CCI, as per the Competition Act of 2000. 2. So you are supposed to find out that which of these are correct related to the antitrust. Here the answer to this question is both the statements are correct, so nothing much to be explained that why this wrong or that. Okay, so why it was in news? Because why Google's latest antitrust trial in the US may be most consequential of the internet era. Now, what is this antitrust trial which actually happened over there in the US? So this has been, the US government has actually initiated this antitrust trial against Google. Now, why this has been done? In order to scrutinize, which is really very important. The aim of this is to scrutinize its dominance in the search engine market. Because any one of you, any one of us, actually, you can see that all of us, whenever it comes to search anything, we just directly go to Google. Are we using any other search engine? Are we using? No. Hardly any one of us might be choosing, hardly, and those are really very rarest of the rarest cases wherein you will see that those people are actually using Google. I mean anything else apart from the Google. Objective is to address the concerns related to eliminating competition and sustaining monopoly. Google has actually has been able to maintain its monopoly when it comes to the search engine, and we are highly dependent on that. And Google, because of the monopoly, you are, if you want to use email, if you want to do anything on the Google, they have your data. They have your data, and in today's time, data is everything. Even if you think that, अरे मेरा data लेकर किसको क्या फायदा होगा, even if you think like this, then also no, you does matter. You does matter in one way or another way, for some people. You does matter. Okay, so never think like this. So the monopoly is something because of which they are able to do this thing. If there would have been fair competition, if we would have if we have any kind of, if we had any kind of other search engines, then definitely would have their monopoly would have been broken. And by doing that, we must have been given some kind of choices, but they are not giving, because apun akela apun raja. Okay, now antitrust laws for encouraging competition. This is in order to encourage the competition so that this kind of things actually doesn't happen. Okay, when now this antitrust laws are regulated measures designed to foster the competition by restricting the market influence of businesses and the corporations, which is very much needed. And India also needs to come up with this thing. We might actually start our own search engine also. Exactly. Okay, so this is it related to our current affairs MCQs. I hope that you people enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Take care, bye bye, and have a great time. Jai Hind.